What's up guys, the Merry Gamer here, and welcome back to the JSano Fan Server. And oh my god, I've been really enjoying this little build that we've been doing here at the good old Atlantis. As you can see, I'm actually in one of the tunnels at the moment, and I don't really want to spoil anything. I do need to turn this back up because there was a zombie or something near me. But what we're going to do is we'll go into F5 mode, or get out of it, more or less, and I'll show you what I've been up to. So, the portal we'll start with. I've done it all the way to the top, as I said, and I really like it. It looks really, it sends like a really overpowering like message, I guess. But I found a really interesting thing. My area is taller than the allowed limit for portals by like 3 blocks or so. So the top of it I've had to put torches on. There is actually gold in the middle here, but I originally tried to make like a gold cap over the top of it to see if that would work, and it looked really weird, so I decided to take it off and just leave it as it is now. But I'm gonna try and, I don't know, like I really like it because it makes it look like the portal is like an activation beam, and from the top of it, since the light effect is up there as well with the torches, makes it look like as if like the dome is because of the portals, like it's like almost causing like a force field of some kind. So like I really kind of like that look and idea. I'm gonna try and think of changing it a tiny bit along the sides here to make it look more like I don't know, like a power grid, or like maybe like using like redstone blocks and glowstone or something, just to kind of make it look like it's like powering something, or I don't know, just something. But yeah, so I've done all these tunnels. They're all ready and all dug out. I do want to kind of say, please excuse my voice if it has like a bit of a I have, I guess, like a froggy sound to it still. I'm still a bit under the weather. My voice, my throat still hasn't 100% cleared, so I will have to mute the mic if I need to clear my throat or anything like that. It's more today. It's actually more my nose. My nose is very congested today, so I might sound a tiny bit different. But yes, so I've been doing what I'm going to do, because the portal sound does get annoying when you get near it. So I think block controls it, so I'll turn it down to like 5%. I know like you guys hardly hear it in the video anyway, but it annoys the hell out of me when I hear it, because I have my headset so loud. But yeah, so I've been doing a little bit of work, and you're probably wondering, what are you doing? Like as in the sand here and the buildings and that. Literally, I'll run through it all. So the sand is my barrier. Like I do not want to build past this barrier, so it means either on this line that we're over here, and in here I want buildings. If I can fit 2, I'll fit 2. If I can do 1, I'll do 1. And that's kind of what I've done over here. Is over here, I just matched that exact pattern as one big building. So this is going to be one big building, which we might do today. We're going to do one of the buildings today. I don't know which one. I haven't decided yet. Probably this one I like, but I wouldn't mind doing these ones because I have a tiny bit of concern over the way I've done this, and I might need to change maybe this one a tiny bit. It's because how we do this is that the roof like has like it actually comes out one with staircases. And the issue is that actually means that in this area here, they're going to connect and interfere with each other. So we might have an issue there where I might need to change this a tiny bit. And you're probably wondering what this is. Oh god, scary noises. This was Ace. So Ace is coming along again. He said, I just realized all the other awards are back at your island. Ace. So literally we got the non-JSano Fan Server Let's Play finalist. So it's literally again, it's to do with these award ceremony that he's been doing, and apparently we were nominated for our Affinity server series. Like I didn't even know we were part of that thread, and apparently the Affinity series got nominated and had some votes, and people like it. So apparently I am one of the finalists or final nominations for that thing for Affinity. So that's pretty cool, and thank you all for voting. But yeah, so I've been a bit hard at work actually. I actually am trying to think what my next step is. Like, I really want to finish this area in the next few episodes. I'm hoping that I think what we're going to do is that we're going to build something on camera here. And then, yeah, I think what we're going to do is we'll start the big building here. So let's turn all this into them, because the way this is going to work, how did I have this planned again? Yes, that's right. You and you are like that. So wherever there's no window, it's this. So that's this stuff. And this stuff is going to be, yeah, that's going to be really weird. I wasn't sure if this is going to work, and I don't know if I can get the back to work here the way I was thinking to get it to work. The idea was I was going to have a diagonal window, but then I just realized, well, I normally use the panes in this, and I might need to use the solid block for this side of the window, so that's not too bad. Just excuse me for 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I had to clear my throat a tiny bit. I'll just have a sip of water there just to help my throat. But yes, so what we're doing is that we're doing an old building style of mine that I kind of adopted a long time ago. Practically when I first started playing Minecraft, I did this building style, because the first thing I remember doing in Minecraft is that I actually edited, like I changed a village into what I wanted it to be. And my biggest concern back then was, you know, like I never really was keen on building at the time, and I was more interested in like just exploring and mining and that when I first started out. And then eventually I started editing the village around me, and this design eventually came along. And the idea is that we're going to do that same design again, because when we did Season 1 all that time ago, you know, we're talking over a year now, Season 1 of the JSano Fan Server happened, we never got to finish this style of build. I'm not sure if that's going to work. We're going to leave it. At most, it can just come a feature wall with more cobble. But yes, so when we first did this design, it was in Season 1. And I really love this design. It's such a simple building style. It really is. But it was a bit of a shame. I don't hear the block sounds, although I did turn down my block noises, so that might be why. But the numbers are going down, so that's good. So yeah, it was a shame that we never got to actually finish the building style, which really bugged me about Season 1, is the fact that we never actually got to finish it. So that's kind of why we're doing this, because at the moment, you've heard me say a few times in the past, I'm not 100% sure of the whereabouts of the server at the moment, as where it stands in reset or no reset. It's really under heavy discussion at the moment. A lot of people are talking about it. We're kind of trying to figure out when we're going to do it. No, you guys stay as logs. I need to change that. Okay, we need to go back and change all that. But yes, so let's get this on the hopper. So yeah, like a lot of that's being thrown around a lot. So I'm hoping that we can finish this build relatively fast. If that's another major reason why I decided to not do the steampunk sort of design, because it's going to take me longer. It's something I haven't done before. And when I haven't done a certain build style before, it's, you know, like it's new ground. Like you're experimenting. And when I know a particular style, it's very easy. I don't have to do much thinking, and you can just flow with it because you know how the style works. And that's similar with this, because I did this style quite a lot before coming onto the JSano Fan Server, and it's a style that I probably will never forget, because I still remember every small little detail, even though I did forget that this, because there's very different versions of this, how I used to do this. I never used to have the cobble. I used to get rid of all the cobble in it, but then the cobble just added that detail around the windows and the doors, and that even though you actually don't see this level, but you see it on the inside, that's the more important side, is that you see the detail when indoors. For a second there I thought it was raining, but it's like weird glitches, like, yeah, I don't know. For a second there I thought it was raining. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to have like door here and here, and do like a, you know, you hit the piston and it opens sort of thing. I guess it looks a bit weird and a bit dodgy, but God, shut up. Where are you? But yeah, so like that's kind of the plan, and I'm hoping it doesn't look too bad. So what we're going to do is, and I don't actually have the wood on me. Normally, in the past, I have done, I'm going to need way more stairs than that. What am I talking about? In the past, I have always done spruce as the floor. It's always been spruce. But this time, I don't have spruce. So I'm thinking that I'm going to have to adopt something else. And I'm going to try and see if we can do the good old dark oak floors as we've done the private... which area did we do dark oak floors? I think it was in the nether tunnel and somewhere else, but we've always mainly used spruce for flooring or oak. They're always very easy blocks to decorate with. This is like, oh yeah, we still got stairs here, but I still don't think so that's enough. But yeah, and another reason is I tried to keep it so we're a decent level off the wall as well. Like there are some areas, like see, where we're connecting with the wall, which I didn't really want, but then I kind of realized if we do that, wow, these pigmen are so damn loud. I'm gonna have to kill them in a second. Like that didn't connect, did it? No, it didn't. Yeah, like there was so many things I have to really take into account, because as much as like this is a really, really big dome, we don't have a lot of room here, and there is one thing I'm going to try and build that I've never done particularly in my style, so it's going to be a tiny bit new, and that is the church. Like the villager version of the church is like really cobble based, and I'm going to see if I can build my own sort of version with it, kind of still following the cobble theme, but I'm going to see if I can change it up a bit, maybe mix a bit of the like the andesite in there, or a bit of the diorite and the granite. Like I want to mix a bit of those blocks in there. Now, there is something I'm trying to think. Do I want this 2-story or not? That is a big question. Do I want it 2-story? Because if I do it 2-story, it's really hard doing 2 stories with the build because it looks a bit weird. And I have to be careful with how I do the 2-story, because where's the closest block? Okay, so this is very close nearby, so we don't have to worry about it. So we still have a bit of height to deal with. Now, normally when I did these, I used to go in one, or I used to go in until it kind of made sense. And this time I'm thinking, well, I don't even know what this building is. I'm thinking this might be like a tavern or something, kind of like, you know, your local bar, your local inn sort of thing. You know, and this is like, you know, maybe might have like a baker here or something, might have just like the really, really small houses, like actual houses are going to be really small. And I think I'm going to have maybe like, because we're going to have a house here, and I think in like the other areas where like you have the farms and that, it's not going to be efficient, it's going to be for the looks. So you might have like a little wheat field and like a little farm area. So I don't know, like with the domes, like, because they're still going to be really tall, I'm going to see if I can come up with a different design where it still is a decent sized dome and actually is convincing, but it's like a very shallow curl, like the dome is very much shorter, like maybe like half the height. If I can get it to dome over like this sort of height, that would be really nice. But it's a bit hard to do stuff like that, because then sometimes it can look too like really diagonal and it might look really odd. But I might test a few things, but yeah, it's definitely something that I need to test. But I don't know if I want this double, because what we're going to do is we're probably going to have the church like over here, or we could have like the church, then we can have like another little house here, or we can have we'll probably have the church here, and then little house, maybe 2 little houses like facing out this way. And then we could maybe have, I'm thinking maybe could have 2, or possibly if we're lucky we could fit 3 little houses. Because the idea is I want to get villagers in here. I need to somehow get villagers in here, which is, did I just see a skeleton? Yes, I did. Where did you spawn? You must have spawned up behind the house, which I do not want. So let's go back here. Let's check out light levels. So where did you spawn? Where's light again? Okay, so 10. Where did you spawn? There's somewhere that or maybe here. So I doubt it. Oh no, he would have spawned maybe up top. Actually, up top is probably a more realistic area that he would have spawned. Because yeah. Okay, so he spawned up here. Okay, so we have to be careful, because I don't want the last thing I want is creepers in this area, because when creepers start showing up, that's going to be an issue, because if they blow up part of the dome, it's going to be really hard for me to remember the pattern. So yeah, I think with this one here, we're gonna keep it single story. I don't really want tall buildings because I don't want it to block out the sheer size of the dome. Because I want the dome. Obviously, the dome is the main feature of this area. And wow, there's some really weird sounds playing. I don't. No, they just play with normal volume, but that's just weird. What are we looking for? What are we looking for? I need oak. Oak. I probably will have to do a run back and get more oak, but I don't really want to dig into too much of it because you know, we still have a huge amount of trees to build. So I'm going to try and start doing some of them off this weekend, hopefully, as well. So it shouldn't be... That was, like, really bad. It's like, I don't know. Like, I need to get at least... If I can get, like, half the trees done, that'd be pretty cool. Because then it means, you know, I only got 11, and it gives me a better idea of how much wood, even though I know... Back at the house, we have a huge amount, and I really mean we have a huge amount. But what I'm thinking, actually, is a shallow roof. Could we do that? I wonder. Okay, well, the roof is gonna come in one anyway, like this. So let's do this. So then I can kind of get an idea how the inside's gonna work, because I'm thinking that we try... redstone lamps again. I don't know if I'm gonna hide a switch in the wall anywhere or anything, but I think I might just have them all on anyway in the ceiling. Oh god, in the ceiling, because just to make it look a bit more. So then I don't have to have torches, like, because that's the one thing I've always really hated. Like, you don't mind torches for some areas and some builds, but sometimes you don't want them there at all. They just look too ugly. And like in all this area here, like this is going to be all like custom roads, bushes, and I'm going to have like normal vanilla trees. I'm not going to do any custom trees in here. Like see, like in this area, just in the house, just in between the house there and there, we can have. And I've just realized I've had that up for a little while. Like in between there, we could put like a tree, maybe one in the back over there. We could have one. Maybe on the side here. It'd be a bit too close to the road though, so I kind of don't want to do that if I can avoid it. But yeah, just kind of try and make it look a bit more like, you know, a bit more actual like land, and instead of like a fish tank. Really, I want to actually make it look like it's normal Minecraft land down here, and it's just like as if it's just sunken underground or underwater technically. But I'm thinking, normally what I do is I used to just do stairs all the way up and just meet it all, but I'm thinking of doing it so I don't have to do that all the time. Wow, okay, no, you worked. I'm trying to think of a new way of doing the roofing system. Because let's do a few tests here, because we still got a bit of time. This time I did pay attention to the time. I found it quite funny with the last episode, because I was worried about like that if I was running over too much time, and then when you actually look at it overall, including intro and outro, we were just over 30 minutes. So I found that quite funny, even though I didn't even feel like I was recording for that long. But yes. So the way I'm gonna do this will be really, really weird, but what we're going to do is that we're going to fill in the roof like this. So they're going to be half slabs, or slabs, but I keep on saying half slabs. And then we'll have the lamps in the roof as well. So then we need to make sure we're able to hide all the lamps perfectly in this area. And I'm going to need more of these guys. So let's go back over here and make more. And like this design might not look too good, although it could look really good. So I'm actually going to make a huge amount of slabs now, just so I have them. Let's eat some more. And let's see. So how many? We don't have a lot of stairs either. So yeah, I'm definitely going to have to. Oh god, I don't want that. We're definitely going to have to maybe grab some more of the wood. So I might see what I have back at the house and take like half of what I have there and bring it down here, because we're not really using too much logs, but we're using a lot of actual planks, so that might be a tiny bit of an issue, so to say. So we're probably not going to be able to do the lighting this episode. I might do all that off camera because it's a bit of a tedious job to do, but I'll just find like where the best position is. to have the lights, and we'll go from there practically. But it's already looking like a nice little, like, cozy little bar. Like, we can have, like, a bar that kind of, like, wraps around here. You know, we can have, like, a villager here. And, you know, we could have, like, seats and stuff. So just kind of make it look a bit more homey and a bit more actual, like, a tavern or, like, a bar or whatever you want to call it. So, now, the thing I need to pay attention to is... okay. That will be interesting as well, because I've just realised what I've done. I wouldn't mind the roof being like that, actually. Like how it kind of goes up one, then goes down one. But I've noticed there's an issue. We're on the bottom of the block. So that's where the light... Oh, do we want the light flush with that? Or do we want to do like we do in Affinity and have it so... it's one up. No, this is supposed to be one up, but the issue is that this needs to be on the top of the block, I believe, for us to do that. And my concern, because see, we could do like that, we could have a light, but then that said light needs to have something blocking the edge. So if we had like a light there, yeah, it'd look too shoddy. So maybe we do invert it. Maybe like not invert it, but like actually keep it flush with the area here. Maybe we do actually keep the light flush with the area. So then it's not too bad, I guess. But then even if we do keep it flush to the area, I'm just trying to think. Oh crap! I shouldn't have fell down. Well, it's not a problem if it means I have to dig all this up again, which is really annoying. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually have to end up breaking every single one of these blocks that we just placed, and we're going to have to replace all these right now, which really sucks because I need them on the top of the block, because I don't like whenever you do ceilings in the like lights in the ceilings, I really hate having to make the light, like the lamp or the glowstone, flush with the ceiling, because it just looks a bit. It looks a bit shoddy. It's like just having that extra half block, like just like inset into the roof, makes the detail so much better. Like it's an incredible amount of difference that it makes to the roof. It actually just gives it that tiny bit more depth and just makes it a bit more detailed. And I'm really sorry that you have to watch me re-break all these because it sucks. And I kind of wish I realized that before doing this. So this is actually going to take a little bit of time, which really sucks. But besides that, I'll talk about some of the other stuff I've got planned here. So I really think we can get... This build is not going to take us too long. And what I am hoping is that we're going to get... Like, the only thing that's going to take long is the domes. So I need to get cracking on the domes again. And I think I'm going to get in contact with Ace, because I still haven't contacted him since last episode. And I think I'm going to try and get a bit of his help when it comes to the domes, because when I did this guy, I did him all on my own. I built it all on my own, and I emptied it all on my own. Well, I filled it, then emptied it all on my own, because I had to fill it with blocks. And that took... This whole dome took about a week to do. It was a pain, I think. Well, it took me over a span of a week, but then when I actually think of how much time I did spend on it, it would be... I don't know... Building the dome took a few hours, but it was the filling and emptying of it. I think each quarter took me about 8 to 10 hours, I guess. So it's not too bad, but it's something that I can't really afford to do since I was when I did that I was on holiday, so I had plenty amount of time to mess around with. But this time I'm back at uni, so I don't have that much free time, and so a little help wouldn't actually be too bad. It would actually help me hugely and save me a hell of a lot more time. And it means that I probably could, because what I could do is I could do it on my own, but then if I did it on my own, then it would mean that I would have to do a week without recordings, because that's how it would have to work for me. And actually, by doing this, that's interesting actually. It adds a bit more detail on the side as well. I've never tried doing this before because I'm trying to think how we did it at the last house, because we did it at spawn. I didn't go back to go see how that actually worked, but there was a part of me that thinks I should have planned. The reason why that house didn't turn out too well is because we were restricted to size, and I never like being restricted to size. When someone says, "Oh, it's not too bad," why can't I place? Okay, there we go. Like, it's not too bad building to size, but what I did is I didn't adapt my design to the size, so that was the big issue. So instead of going, okay, I need to reduce something, I tried to like compact everything into that design when I really shouldn't have. So that was a partial. There was two reasons why that design. I get a lot of people seem to like it, but I never was really a good fan of it because I still felt like I hated it. So now when you do this, then the block will be like flush with that. And so when, let's say, if you put like a lamp or something, it just looks so much more better. Just that tiny bit of detail, that half block detail in between you and like the lamp and the ceiling is exactly what you want. So I need to plan out how I want the like how I want the lamps to go. I'm just trying to look at time. We've been recording for quite some time now. We're coming up to actually half an hour. I'm pretty sure of it this time, so I'm not going to be recording for too much longer here. I think I might even finish off this guy off camera, and then I think next episode we will build. I might even do this guy and like this little one off camera, and we'll build this one on camera next episode, and maybe plan out what we're going to do here. So yeah, I think that is going to be it for this episode, guys, because I really never have liked running episodes longer than 20 minutes. I don't mind a half an hour here and there, but it seems like we're doing more and more half an hour longer episodes. But anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. So as usual, hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you all have an awesome day, and I will see you all in the next one. So catch you later, guys.